Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. Week 6 of the college football season, and our EA Sports college football coverage continues with what ought to be a great one. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, the Vols head coach told me before the game, this is a developing storyline. Early in the season, they took a risk starting a young freshman quarterback, but he has continued to shine and get better each and every week. Now, late in the season, a chance for the college football playoff is on the line. His team is playing with great energy and enthusiasm, but they have got to continue to take care of the ball and focus and perform every single game. We'll see how he's able to get off to a quick start here in the first quarter. We'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Vols will kick off first, and here we go. Coming out with it, it's Bussey. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking for space. It's Owens. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He wants to change this route. Here's Reed to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Texas A&M going up tempo. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. Got his man downfield. Forced out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, and that's the kind of play that can really get a drive going.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Got it. There he goes. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers.
And when you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They capped that one off in style, a 74-yarder for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the 2nd and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a 3rd down.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Throwing Reed. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Send the tight end in motion. 4th down, Reed. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
And the Aggies will have it 1st and 10. On the run, it's Morrow. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Reed. Caught over the middle. It's Horton. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Aggie. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Bishop. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Now the play fake. Going over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Whistle sounds, but they got the timeout call just before the delay of game. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Reed. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On the option. Pulls it on the option.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Using his feet. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
You know, when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Oh, this is a bad, bad shame. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Running inside, it's Bishop. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. The RPO, it's complete. Open space at the 25. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Vols!
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussy. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Well, they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it, and you could tell that's why the ball went nowhere.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's Reed to throw. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Throwing Reed. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tennessee. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. His third touchdown of his game and his third on the season.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I'll tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on it and more attention to it.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Riley. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. That's why you do the tip drill. Touchdown, Volunteers. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
You always hear the old saying, tips lead to picks. Quarterbacks have got to be careful. You've got to be so accurate with the ball. If you're not, and a defender tips that thing up into the air, bad things generally happen. Pick 6. Doesn't get much worse than that.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Plows through the defense. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Reed. Grabbed over the middle. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the it's forced a big turnover. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. Lots of conversations going on both sidelines to put together a strategy. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great, and as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. A spectacular one-hand grab.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
And the Vols will come to the line to convert on 4th down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Touchdown, Vols! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Return, trying to get better field position. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Reed. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41.
22.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Going to take a shot at this DB. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
Booster! Play! Where did he go?
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here's Reed to throw. That one comes out hot down the right side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Got him downfield. Flying out to the left. Pass to 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
That was a big touchdown for them, too, because they're still trailing. They've got a lot of work ahead of them here in the second half, but I think that's going to give them a lot of confidence now going into halftime. I can't wait to see what they do here in the second half.
Reed buys a little time with his feet. Complete on the comeback. He's in there. It's good. And how about that to end the half? Touchdown on the final play and the two-point conversion for good measure. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the #1 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Mustangs with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the #1 team in the country.
They keep it on the ground to open the third. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass is knocked away by the knee.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with the receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And the Aggies racing to the line in a hurry up.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what?
Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Reed. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Going to the run, it's Morrow. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And he made the extra point without problem.
Number 38, set to kick this one.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looking to throw on first down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
The defense has not had an answer for this guy today. Already over 150 yards receiving. That time, the ball falls incomplete, but we haven't seen that happen too often today.
That's reeled in. It's Davis. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Got out of trouble and throws. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Quick release. It's a fumble. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession.
And if you're an offensive coordinator, you're like, woo, thank you, Jesus. We got the lead. We're in a great situation. We got to continue to put pressure on the defense, run that clock in the second half with our lead. Thank goodness that thing kept rolling and went out of bounds.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Looking for a gap. It's Bishop. Got maybe a yard. 3rd down and 9 coming.
So there's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play. And that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. This is the new wave of offensive thinking, going for it 4th and long from their own 47. Caught, and he's got room. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Reed fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. The offense changing the play. In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. Marcel Reed to throw for it on fourth. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down.